Hello everyone, welcome to today's session. We're just going to go through a short vinyasa flow, perfect for morning or just throughout the day when you just feel like, you want to move your body a little bit. So we are going to start in child's pose. So we're just going to knees wide apart and then just sink our hips back towards our heels. Stretching up the arms and out in front of you. Just start tapping into the breath. Take one nice big inhale. Pause at the top. Then exhale. Do one more of those as you inhale, pausing at the top, and then exhale, let it go. From here we're just going to come up to a tabletop, hands and knees. Fingers spreading wide on the mat as you grip into it, or points of contact. We're just going to run for a quick wrist warm up, so I just want you to start coming over and back. Just rocking back and forward, staying with the breath. Maybe a few circles. With this, you don't want to be feeling any sort of pain, purely just to warm the wrists up. Then just get ready to start putting some load on them as we flow. So yeah, that's about it. Once it's starting to feel good, we're just going to come back to a neutral spine. And we're just going to drop our chest to the mat as we lift our chin. And as we exhale, I want us to push and round our spine, tucking our chin in as we come into cat pose. Just keep running through this motion. Just at your own pace, using the breath to guide you through. Starting to warm up the spine. Stretching out that core. As we exhale, I want us to round our spine. And then coming back to a neutral. We're just going to walk our hands slightly to the front of the mat, tucking our toes under as we lift up to downward facing dog. Just start pedaling out, walking your dog. Keeping a nice generous bend in your knees as you go one at a time. Pressing into your pinky and your thumbs. Taking your time, breath, just walking through it. And then from here, I want you to push your hips up to the sky as you inhale. And then as we exhale, we're going to walk to the top of the mat. Just nice little steps. From here, we're just going to stay folded. Maybe grabbing both elbows. And just hang heavy, just let your upper body hang heavy. Maybe straightening one leg at a time. Could be early in the morning for you, so obviously it could be a bit stiffer, so yeah, just taking your time. From here, we're going to come up to a halfway lift on the inhale. Exhale, fold forward. And we're just going to roll up to standing, to Dustin pose. Just slowly lifting your head into the Tadasana, mountain pose at the top of your mat. Pushing evenly into your heels, tops of your feet. Just staying nice and grounded. As we inhale, we're going to reach up to the sky. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, coming into a halfway lift this time. Exhale, fold. From here, we're just going to step back, plank pose, and then just wave back to downward facing dog. On the inhale, we're going to come forward into downward facing dog. And then exhale back into downward facing dog. Just a nice wave motion coming forward, plank pose. Exhale, downward facing dog. Do one more of these as we wave forward into plank. Just hold plank, engaging your core, tucking the tailbone, gripping the mat, spread fingers spread wide apart. Taking an inhale, exhale, pushing back to downward facing dog. From here, we're going to walk forward again to the top of the mat as we come into a fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, this time we're going to reach up. Palms touching. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, reaching up. Exhale, folding forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Stiffen back plank pose. This time option, if it's within your practice, we're going to lower down through chaturanga. If not, just meet back in down dog. Cobra pose on the inhale. Then exhale, pushing back to downward facing dog. We'll do one more of these as we warm up our body. So we're just going to walk forward to the top of the mat or jump. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, we're going to reach up to the sky. Palms touching. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, reaching up. Exhale, fold forward. Halfway lift on the inhale. Exhale, fold. We're going to step back. Run for chaturanga as we come into our vinyasa, lowering down. Inhale, cobra, upward facing dog. Exhale, down facing dog. From here, we're going to lift our right leg to the sky, come into three-legged dog. And then we're going to step it forward on the exhale. Dropping the back knee, coming into low lunge, crescent lunge, anjaneyasana on the inhale. And then from here, when you exhale, planting the hands, we're just going to push back, straightening that front leg, coming to a half splits. Keeping that motion, we're going to go forward into a crescent lunge. As we exhale, we're going to push back, half splits. Do one more of those as we inhale, crescent lunge. Exhale, we're going to push back, half splits. Inhale, back to crescent lunge. Reaching up. As we exhale, we're going to plant our hands. And then we're just going to step up to the top of the mat, coming into a halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, we're going to reach up to the sky, palms touching. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, reach. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. From here, we're just going to step back, go for a vinyasa, or just meet in down dog. Whatever your body might be feeling at this moment. And then we're going to exhale back to downward facing dog. Lifting that left leg to the sky, this time three-legged dog as we step forward. Dropping the back knee. Inhale into a crescent lunge. Then we're going to exhale, pushing back. Half splits as we fold over. I want to keep a nice little micro bend in that front leg. Inhale, coming forward. Exhale, pushing back as we fold over. Do one more of these as we inhale, We reach. Exhale, push back, folding over that front leg. Coming forward one last time as we inhale into that crescent lunge, Anjaneyasana. Exhale, dropping the palms. Stepping the right foot forward. As we come into a halfway lift at the top of the mat. Then we're going to exhale, fold. As we inhale, we're going to reach up. Palms touching. Exhale, hands touching it. Inhale, reaching up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Stepping back, plank pose. Option to go for another vinyasa as we lower down, keeping those elbows hard against our side body as we inhale and upward facing dog. And back to downward facing dog on the exhale. It's good. Take a big inhale. Hold. And then an exhale, side at your mouth. Take one more of those as we take a nice big inhale. Holding at the top. Exhale, side out. And now we're going to lift our right leg to the sky, coming into free leg dog as we step forward, this time coming into a high lunge. And now coming into a high lunge. As we inhale, we're going to get some length, some energy, and as we exhale, we can sink deeper. Take one last inhale, getting length, and as we exhale, we're just going to turn that back foot. Twisting that side body, coming into warrior two. And now we come forward slightly, flipping our palm as we reverse our warrior. Exhale, coming forward, we're going to go modified side angle as we rest that right elbow on our knee. Twisting, reaching hard up to the sky. Modified extended side angle. From here, we're going to reverse our warrior again as we rise. And then we're going to straighten that front leg, maybe shifting the back leg in a little bit. Twisting the hips to parallel to the front of the mat. As we fold forward, come into pyramid pose. It's always good to keep that slight bend in that knee so you're not sinking into that socket. Hyperextension. Just taking a couple of breaths here as we fold into a nice pyramid pose. Feeling a beautiful stretch up the back of the leg. From here, we're just going to twist the point knees, toes, back toes forward, bending that front knee as we come back into a high lunge. Exhale, we're going to plant our hands down, step back for a plank pose as we run for a vinyasa. Dropping down, inhale, upward facing dog. Meet back, downward facing dog. As we inhale, left leg goes to sky, three-legged dog. On the exhale, we'll step it forward, plant it between our hands. High lunge on the inhale. Inhale, energy. Exhale, sinking deeper. Take one more big inhale. And as we exhale, turn that back foot as we come into warrior two. And now shifting our weight forward slightly as we flip the palm, reversing that warrior. As we exhale, coming into modified side angle. Just taking a breath here. And we're going to inhale as we come up and reverse upright one last time. And then from here, we're going to straighten that front leg and set up a pyramid pose again. Adjusting the back foot slightly to bring it in. Hips facing forward, folding over that left leg. Keeping a slight bend in that front knee is always good. And just sinking into the pose. And from here we're going to point those back toes forward, bending that front knee as we come into high lunge. And as we exhale, planting our hands. Another vinyasa as we move forward, lowering down on the exhale, inhale, upward facing dog. And then we're going to exhale back to downward facing dog. Good, hopefully the body's feeling super warm by now. Mine certainly is. This time we're going to inhale, right leg to the sky as we step forward, planting it by a thumb. We're going to inhale, we're going to come into high lunge on the inhale. Then we're going to bring our palms to touch. From here we're going to transition into warrior three. So I just want us to take our weight forward as we drag that foot forward. Warrior three. Maybe slight micro bend in that standing leg. Active in the back leg as we stay in warrior three. Like we're wobbling around a little, that's perfectly normal. From here, remaining on that front foot, we're going to bring our left knee up. And then just dropping it down the side our right. So we inhale, we're going to lift our hands up to the sky. Exhale, palms to the heart center. Inhale, reaching up. Exhale, folding forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold as we step back. Plank pose. Option just to go straight back, or we're going to go through one last vinyasa. Or maybe second to last, we'll see. And we're going to exhale back to downward facing dog. Keeping the pace going as we lift our left leg to the sky, stepping it forward. Inhale into high lunge. Exhale, hands to heart center. Shifting our weight forward as we come into warrior three. Squaring off our hips. Active in that right foot. Embracing the wobble, embracing the grounding that you feel in this pose. Such a strong pose. From here we're going to remain with that balance as we come forward, bringing our right knee up to our chest. And placing it down. From here we're just going to remain in Tadasana mountain pose. Slowing down the practice now as we just breathe. Maybe closing the eyelids. Focusing on a nice steady breath now. Coming back into this moment. Maybe your mind might have wandered a little bit. Just coming back to that breath. It's a perfect way just to bring yourself back. And from here we're just going to hinge at the hips as we fold forward, slowly down into a forward fold. Like we started the practice, we're just going to stay folded for a bit, or maybe go back to your elbows, ragdoll pose. Just take note of how you feel in this fold compared to the very first fold. How's your body feeling? What's it doing different? Bring your fingertips under your toes. So we hold our hands down while we Work on stretching out those arms. Then releasing. From here we're just going to slowly lower down. Coming into a low squat. And then just shifting onto our sit bones. Going to bring our feet together. Coming into a bound angle pose. As we inhale, trying to find some length, and just exhale, falling towards, head towards toes. Just letting the breath do its thing now. As we come out of this pose, putting our feet out in front of us now, and we're just going to slowly roll onto our backs, letting your head go down last. And so simple, we're just going to come into final pose of the day, Shavasana. So we're just going to spread our feet a little bit wider apart, maybe flipping the palms so they face up. Relaxing your body into the mat as you just focus on your breath. Give yourself this last little moment before you return to whatever you may need to do, or whatever activity you have in store for the day. But in this moment right now is all that matters. You might want to stay here for a little longer. That concludes this flow. Please, if you found value from this flow, please maybe hit the like and subscribe. I'm going to be bringing weekly classes your way, so love to see you on the mat. Once again, thank you. Much peace and health to you all. Namaste.